Welcome again to Christine's Studio. I'm Christine Alfery. I'm an artist from northern Wisconsin, and I'm a contemporary conceptual artist. By that I mean there are ideas behind everything that I paint and do. Today I'm going to talk to you about a special piece of mine and some of the problems I've encountered when I've been painting, like, do we color in the lines or not? This piece is called Creation, and it is about my challenge to try and create stained glass windows. I wanted to do a stained glass window like Chagall did, and he used those wonderful Chagall did. He used those wonderful vibrant blues, and I was just trying to see what a challenge it would be to do stained glass windows with those vibrant blues. As I was working along the piece and figuring out how to do it, creating my stained glass, creating my shapes that went inside the stained glass, they ended up being leaves, tall leaves, reed-like leaves. And as I was coming to this point of the painting, I began to ask myself, do you really want to paint within all these lines that make the different parts of the stained glass window? And I knew I didn't. I didn't have the patience for it. I just thought, this is just too much. I felt that same way when I was in kindergarten when I was supposed to color within the lines. But then I got to thinking about coloring in the lines and just what that meant. Is it bad, really, to color within the lines? So I started reviewing it, and I actually wrote a blog about it, and I'll attach the link to it. But it is more like, am I coloring within the lines of someone else's object, someone else's figures? Or am I coloring within the lines, my own lines? No one else's lines, these are my lines. And I'm trying to figure things out. I didn't think about that until after I finished this piece, but it really did bother me that I thought, oh my gosh, you're coloring within the lines. And I've always said, I'm not an artist that colors in the lines. I never do anything the same way twice. And all of a sudden I'm thinking, you're coloring in the lines. So it bothered me enough that I started making the work free-flowing. I thought, let's go from these beautiful blues and stained glass window and move into what actually happened when we had creation. However it happened, either whatever you believe may happen. But this free-flowing paint that goes through this piece is in such stark contrast to the stained glass. And it's not that I think that one is better than the other. I definitely don't think that. I just find it so challenging. I found it so challenging. I really did not want to paint this whole piece all the way down to the other end as a stained glass window. As an artist, I just don't have the patience for it. So in the breakup, right up in here, I put all kinds of arrows showing that energy was going every which way. I did free-flowing gestural lines here, showing energy coming and going, coming and going. And I also stuck these celestial bodies up here. Bodies are things that are in our lives that connect us, bring us together. And sometimes they're just airwaves, sometimes they're particles of dust. Today, in our modern era, it's definitely digital airwaves, but they represent things that we can't see, but that touch us every day. Here's a swarm of things coming into this body of fluid that's exploding from this stained glass window, or if you want to think of it the other way, all this volcanic energy and paint is moving into control, which is how I looked at it. Thank you for allowing me to come in and share with you my work called creation. Hope to see you the next time. The next video I'm going to do is about things that are happening in the studio and the challenges I'm going to have working with pencil and watercolor on different surfaces.